Most people waste years in the gym doing exercises that feel hard, but don't actually build muscle. They chase the burn, they follow trends, and they wonder why their body barely changes. The truth is, there are specific movements for each muscle group that trigger growth faster than anything else. And most of them aren't what you think. Here's what nobody tells you. Your body doesn't care how many exercises you do. It cares about tension, stretch, and progressive overload applied to the right muscles in the right way. And when you finally understand which movements deliver that combination, everything changes. Your arms start filling out your sleeves. Your chest actually looks full instead of flat. Your legs finally match your upper body. But it all starts with knowing exactly what works and why. 1. Chest incline press. Walk into any gym and you'll see the same thing. Guys pressing heavy on flat benches, building thick lower chests while the upper portion stays completely empty. And they don't even realize it's happening. That gap near the collarbone is what makes an entire chest look underdeveloped. No matter how much weight you're moving, the incline press fixes this instantly. When you raise the bench to 30 or 45 degrees, the angle shifts everything. The fibers near your collarbone are forced to take over, and that's what creates fullness across the top of your chest. This is the part that makes your chest visible even in a t-shirt. Without it, you just look flat. But here's where it gets interesting. The incline press isn't just about angles. It's a compound movement, which means your shoulders and triceps help push the weight. That assistance lets you load heavier than isolation work ever could. And heavier weight means faster growth. Your body responds to that demand by building size everywhere, not just in the chest. You can do this with dumbbells, a barbell, or a machine. Dumbbells give you a deeper stretch at the bottom, which hits the chest harder. A barbell lets you pile on more weight and focus on pure strength. Machines lock you into a stable path so you can squeeze every ounce of tension into the muscle without worrying about balance. All three work. The key is prioritizing that upper chest angle most people completely ignore. And when the upper chest finally catches up, something else happens. Your shoulders stop compensating. Most pressing movements turn into shoulder exercises when the chest is too weak to handle the load. That's how people end up with sore delts and zero chest growth. Training the incline properly brings everything back into balance and makes every other press feel stronger. 2. Skull crushers. Everyone wants bigger arms, but most people train them backwards. They hammer curls for the biceps and forget that the triceps make up 2/3 of your arm size. If the back of your arm isn't growing, your arms will never look big, no matter how many curls you do. Skull crushers with an EZ bar are the answer. This movement hits all three heads of the triceps in one smooth motion, and it does it with a level of tension most exercises can't match. The EZ bar changes everything because the angled grip feels natural. Your wrists stay comfortable, your elbows stay aligned, and the triceps can stretch and contract exactly the way they're supposed to. That stretch is where the magic happens. When you lower the bar towards your forehead, the long head of the triceps gets pulled into a deep stretch. This is the biggest part of the triceps, and it's responsible for that thick, hanging look on the back of your arm. Most tricep exercises barely touch it. Skull crushers force it to work. But the real advantage is isolation. You're lying down, your body is locked in place, and there's no room for momentum to take over. The only joint that moves is the elbow, which means every bit of tension stays in the triceps. When you lower the weight slowly and drive it back up with control, the contraction locks in hard. It's simple, but it's brutally effective. The biggest mistake is letting your elbows drift outward or letting your arms angle too far back. Both of those shift the tension into your shoulders without you noticing. When the elbows stay tight and the movement is controlled, skull crushers become one of the fastest mass builders for your arms. Now here's the other half. Biceps. The barbell curl is still the king, and there's a reason it's been around forever. It works. The biceps have two heads, long and short, and together they create that rounded peak everyone wants. The barbell curl hits both at the same time with more weight than dumbbells ever could. Your hands are locked into one fixed position, so your body doesn't waste energy trying to stabilize two separate weights. All your strength goes straight into the curl. That locked position also keeps the movement clean. When the bar moves in one path, there's less room for your shoulders or forearms to jump in and steal tension. As long as you're not swinging your torso or using momentum, the biceps are forced to handle almost everything. And that's what builds that dense, round shape faster than anything else. Most people never feel the full potential of this exercise because they rush the rep. They lean back, let their elbows drift forward, and turn it into a shoulder movement. When you fix those small mistakes and let the biceps do all the work, the barbell curl becomes one of the strongest mass builders in your entire routine. Leg training separates people who want to look good from people who want to be strong. And when it comes to legs, there's one exercise that rises above everything else: the squat. The squat hits your quads harder than almost anything because the quads are the primary drivers that push you back up from the bottom. That deep bend in your knees loads the quads with massive tension, especially in the lower half of the rep, where most people feel the burn instantly. But the squat goes far beyond quad development. It recruits your glutes, hamstrings, calves, core, and stabilizers all at the same time. This full body demand is what makes it such a complete exercise. One rep works more muscles than most machines do in an entire set. And this is exactly why the squat dominates the leg extension and leg press. The leg extension isolates the quads, sure, but it does it in a fixed path with no stabilization. It builds strength, but not functional strength. The leg press involves more muscles, but the machine supports your back and guides your movement. You're not responsible for balance or coordination. With the free squat, you control everything. Your body has to balance, stabilize, coordinate, and drive the movement from start to finish. And because the squat activates such a large amount of muscle mass, it triggers a stronger hormonal response. More growth hormone, more testosterone, more development across your entire body. That's why lifters who squat consistently often see improvements in muscles that aren't even directly involved. The only thing that holds people back is form. When your chest caves, your heels lift, or your knees collapse inward, the quads lose tension and your lower back takes the load. But when your stance is stable, your core is tight, and your knees follow the line of your toes, the squat becomes a safe, powerful, and incredibly effective builder of size and strength. 4. Back. Your back is what makes you look big from behind, and it's what creates that wide V shape that makes your waist look smaller. Most people try to build it with machines and cables, but there's one exercise that stands above everything else: pull-ups. Pull-ups are brutally honest. If you can lift your body, you're strong. If you can't, you know exactly where you stand. And that honesty is what makes progress so satisfying. Every rep you add, every bit of assistance you remove, it's all real strength you can see and feel. The pull-up hits your lats harder than almost anything else. The lats are the huge muscles that create width across your back, and when they start growing, your entire upper body changes shape. But pull-ups don't stop there. They force your traps, rhomboids, rear delts, and biceps to work together in one clean motion. That combination makes it one of the best total upper body builders you can do. For beginners, pull-ups feel impossible at first. That's normal. They require strength across multiple muscle groups, not just one. Resistance bands make all the difference. Loop a band over the bar, place your feet or knees inside, and it reduces part of your body weight. You still train the same muscles, just with less resistance. Over time, the band gets lighter, and eventually you don't need it at all. What people never talk about is how functional pull-ups are. Being able to lift your own body isn't just a gym skill, it's real-world strength. Every pulling motion, every climb, every time you need to control your body in space, the same muscles fire. That's why athletes and high-performance lifters rely on pull-ups so heavily. They build strength that actually matters. 5. Plank. When most people think about training their abs, they picture endless crunches, sit-ups, or twisting motions that burn but don't actually build real core strength. The truth is, your abs were never designed to just curl your torso forward. Their real job is to stabilize your entire midsection. That's exactly why the plank earns the top spot. It doesn't just work the abs, it engages the entire core system in a way that creates strength you can actually use. The plank activates every major muscle in your midsection at the same time. The rectus abdominis, the part that forms the six-pack, stays tight, The obliques on the sides fire to keep your body from tilting. And the deeper core muscles, especially the transverse abdominis, lock in like a natural weightlifting belt to protect your spine. Unlike crunches, where the muscles work in short bursts and then relax, a plank forces constant tension from the moment you get into position until the second you stop. There's no break, no pause, no easy part. That uninterrupted engagement is what makes the plank so effective. But the benefits go far beyond appearance. A strong core improves almost everything you do in the gym. Squats become more stable, deadlifts feel safer, overhead presses stay tighter, and even your posture throughout the day becomes noticeably better. When your core can hold firm, your spine stays protected and your lower back stops absorbing unnecessary stress. Another advantage is versatility. You can do planks anywhere. No equipment, no machines, no fancy setup. And once the basic plank becomes easy, there are countless variations that increase the difficulty. Side planks to hit the obliques harder, planks with leg lifts to activate the glutes and hips, or long lever planks that force your core to work even harder. The biggest mistake people make is letting their hips sag or rise too high. The moment that happens, the tension disappears, and the whole point of the exercise is lost. When your body stays in a straight line, shoulders, hips, and heels perfectly aligned, the core is forced to carry the load exactly the way it should. When you look at all these exercises together, there's a clear pattern. The movements that build the most muscle aren't always the flashiest or the most complicated. They're the ones that challenge your body the way it was designed to move. Simple, direct, and brutally effective. The difference between someone who spins their wheels for years and someone who transforms their body in months comes down to one thing: knowing what actually works and committing to it completely. No distractions, no shortcuts, just disciplined execution of the movements that deliver results. And now you know exactly what those movements are.